Javirmaidhi Rudro Jatte Dakshinang Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Our hearts with your resplendent face. Peace, peace, peace be unto us all. Welcome. We are Gita, the song of peace. So we have read the third chapter. We are in third chapter, and we have read the verse 28. Today we'll start 29. So what we have read is that Maya can neither arise nor remain in any place other than consciousness. Therefore, knowers of Brahman declare her, means Maya, to be the power of Brahman, Brahma Shakti. This is very fundamental thing that we are talking about. Brahman by itself cannot do anything. Brahman is absolute. It has no action, it has no movement, it cannot create, it cannot, because it is only one, there is nothing else. But when it is the power, that's why it said Maya. Maya is the power. We just read the other book that's called Yoga Maya. Here it is called Maya. That Maya, when it creates everything. Maya Shakti projects everything. Whose Maya Shakti? Whose is Shakti? Shakti means power. Whose power is this? Brahman's power. It is not independent power. That is saying Maya has no separate existence other than Brahman. If the person is not there, musician remains in the person. If the person is not there, we cannot say he is a musician. If you say music, music is inherent quality in the person. When the person is there, he can be sometimes musician, can be sometimes not. But music, separate from a person, cannot sit here. Oh, I am a music, I will sing myself. So Brahman, without Brahman, the Shakti, the power, Maya, cannot do anything. In other words, Maya is the intrinsic power of Brahman. The same Brahman have the power to project, have the power to withdraw. It is Shakti, but he does not do himself. He projects with the three gunas we read today, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Three gunas, that is the combination of three gunas is called the Maya Shakti or Yoga Maya, Mahamaya. These are the term of the mother worshippers. Now is the period of mother worshippers. Also, you see example very representative of the idea. You see that when you see Mother Kali, what do you see? You see Mother Kali standing. Where? On the chest of the Shiva. Shiva is flat, lying. He does not do anything. He is Samadhi. Huh? Everything is white. Why white? White is as pure, Satchidananda. From the mother is standing in the chest. That is from the heart. The thought came, I will be many, I will manifest. So it is the Shakti of the Brahman. But if minus, take away, you will not see anywhere Mother Kali without the Shiva at the bottom. There's the Brahman manifesting through the Shakti, the power which is called Maya. So that is that read in 27 verse, it says, Maya has no separate existence. Maya cannot be pulled out you and your skill for cooking, your cooking skill cannot be taken out and put in the table. This is the cooking skill. And you are the person. No, the person and the cooking skill remains in the person. If the person is not there, cooking skill is a word only, it has no existence. Got it? So similarly, this is to be understood that Brahman Maya can neither arise nor remain in any place other than in consciousness. It is happening in consciousness. The ocean is there. On the surface of the ocean only, there are waves and ripples and bubbles and foams possible. There is no ocean, ripples and bubbles. Can you find any ripple and bubble when there is no ocean? It's impossible. So Brahman is the ocean. With the power, it manifests as so many ways, millions of forms in the creation. It is all manifesting because Brahman is there. So the Maya can neither arise nor remain in any place other than consciousness. Therefore, knowers of Brahman, that's why they declare this Maya to be the power of Brahman, Brahma Shakti. And 28th verse is the last verse we read. I shall describe the power principle. That is power. Last one is Maya is the power of Brahman or Brahma Shakti. So I am now trying to explain you what is that Shakti. Tattva. Tattva means the truth. So I am now going to describe you the power principle. Listen to that with steadfast mind. It needs close attention and deep contemplation. Otherwise, it's a very fine truth to understand. Due to difference between consciousness and matter, two powers of Brahman are proclaimed. Due to between the difference between the consciousness, that as we see the matter, this is the matter, and because we see these two, therefore the two powers, the power of consciousness and the power of this matter, that has been explained this way, that Brahman they are proclaimed. That was the 28th verse. Chid jarair vedat dve shakti. There are two powers. One is the power of consciousness, another is the power of matter. Now, what is the truth? Now they are explaining today, 29th verse. Chit Shakti Swarupam Gya Chit Shakti Swarupam Gya Maya Jara Vikarini Maya Jara Vikarini Karya Prasadhini Maya Karya Prasadhini Maya Nirvikara Chiti Para Nirvikara Chiti Para. So Chit Shakti Swarupam Gya. Chit Shakti means Shakti of consciousness, the power of consciousness. That consciousness is the Swarupam, that is the real nature, essential nature. You are to be known. It is to be known that the power of consciousness is the essential nature. And Maya Jara. Maya is inert. And this is Maya. Huh? And if it is Jara, matter, matter means it will change. Bikari means it has its transformation. Today it is like that. After some days, it will be brittle, it will fall apart. It has its changes. Bikari, change. So Maya, Jara. Maya is inert. That means Maya cannot function. It is the function goes for Jara. Jara, Chaitanya does not do anything. As we know, all the Brahman cannot do anything. So it says, Chit Shakti Swarupam Gya. The Swarupa, the essential nature of Brahman is Chit Shakti, the consciousness, power of consciousness. And Maya, whatever you see Maya, this is the thing we see, it is Jara, it is inert. And as it is inert, it is Bikari, it is subject to change. Karjo Prasadini Maya. Karjo Prasadini means one who accomplishes all activities. Maya does all the activity. Maya performs all, whereas Nirvikara, Chiti, the consciousness, Chiti means consciousness, is Nirvikara. It does not do anything. Understand this. To give the idea, Brahman does not do anything. Everything is done by Maya, and Maya is subject to change, whereas Chaitanya, consciousness, is unchanging. Got the point?
Yes.
Yes, good. So this is to be understood. Given the example, fire. In the oven, the fire does not care, is indifferent. It is only there, fire. Now you put an empty, you forgot, you put the pot to cook something and keep it with little water and went away. After sometimes you come back, you see that it is burning, 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 is all for a long time, it is burning. Or you put some rice, potato, everything, and it's boiling, 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 it's a cooked meal. But who is doing the work? All this combination is doing the work, which is the power of that Shakti of food, of the fire. Fire Shakti has entered into the pots and pan, and that has gone to the water and to the material of the object, and they are doing everything. So look, people will see the potatoes and rice, they are jumping. No, we see from outside they are jumping. I'm jumping, I'm talking, I'm looking at this, I'm moving my hand, I'm doing. Take out the heat from outside. Got it. Huh? So this is the point. Chit Shakti, but fire does not do anything. Fire is only there all the time. Whether you put something there, sometimes people forget to put the flame. So flame is on, continuously going on. It does not say, okay, I will do this, I will don't do this. No, it is there. So Brahman is all the time there. It is the Chiti Shakti, Chaitanya Shakti, consciousness, power of consciousness. It is there. And the other is not Chiti Shakti, Jara Shakti. The potato, rice, dal, and water, etc., they are all Jara. Jara means matter. It has no heat. It has no heat in its own nature. Borrowed heat. It borrows the heat of the fire and it jumps. From outside, a child not knowing, he may say, the potato is jumping, the rice is jumping. But where is the fire? How it is jumping? It cannot jump, but it looks like jumping. But by the power. What power? With the power of Chiti Shakti, Jara Shakti. Jara, it borrows the power of the Chaitanya. Jara means the matter. Matter borrows the power of the consciousness and become active. So this verse says, Chit Shakti, the consciousness, power of consciousness, is Swarupam, is the essential nature. Gya, it is to be understood. And Maya, this Maya we are talking about created the whole universe. It is a Shakti of Brahman, but it is Jara. As Maya itself, if you say Maya, like rice, potato, hot rice, no. Heat is from the oven, borrowed, and heat is not the nature of potato or rice, but it is the nature of the what is flame behind. So behind all of us is that flame of consciousness. And that's why when you read the book, Drigdrishya Viveka, seer and the seen. This is the seen, who is the seer. So there you go to the seer and the observer, 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 the high consciousness. No? It does not do anything. It sees. Observer does not do anything. What is the duty of observer? Observer observes. And things are going on. So Maya is doing all this play, and observer is singing. Because of the observer, there is a value of the observed. Suppose you are singing, there is no one to listen to your song. Then what is the use of singing that? If you are alone yourself and you sing yourself, we always want some audience, no? That's why when we talk, want to see some people. Why? Because that does not please us. So observer, there should be something observed. Seer should see something. So that's the duality. And this is happening in Maya. But what I am seeing, these objects, these are all the product of Maya. And they appear to be very alive. Though they are jara, matter, they appear to be very alive. Why? Oh, because of the consciousness behind, Chiti Shakti. That is the nature, essential nature of it. So, this translation runs like this. It is to be known that the power of consciousness is its supreme consciousness, is the essential nature. The power of consciousness is the supreme or is the essential nature of nature. Is the essential nature. Whereas the illusory power, Maya, Achi, are you hearing? Whereas the illusory power, Maya, is changeable and dull. The illusory power accomplishes all activities, and the supreme consciousness remains unchanged. Chik Shakti Sharupangeya. So Chit Shakti is the Sarup, Maya is Jara and Bikarini. Maya is Jara, matter, and also subject to transformation. Karja Prasadini Maya. Maya performs all action. Maya is active. Really, Maya does everything. And Nirvikara, Chiti, the consciousness, that is Nirvikar. It does not do anything. That para consciousness. So now you got it? Huh?
Now it's on.
Huh?
Yeah, now it's on.
Now the next verse is, now to exemplify this philosophy, he is bringing the 30th verse. Verse number 30. Agner yatha dvai shakti, Agner yatha dvai shakti, dahi kacha prakashika, dahi kacha prakashika, nahi bhinna अथवा अभिन्ना, नहीं भिन्न अथवा अभिन्ना, दाह शक्तिश्च पावकात्, दाह शक्तिश्च पावकात्. Agner jatha doi shakti. As in a fire, two powers are there. Doi shakti. What is that? One, dahika shakti, which burns. Any fire has two powers. One, you touch, you will be burnt. Burning power. Another is prakashika shakti. Where there is a fire, there is a light. It is not dark. You cannot think of any light, any fire, anywhere fire, and it is dark. That means two powers are there, as in a fire, two powers. One is the burning power, another is the lighting. It's a light. Darkness is not available. So it is beyond darkness. Though burning power and illumining power. Okay? Nahi bhinna athava bhinna. You cannot say that fire, the power of light and power of heat or burning are two separate. Well, no. Here is a fire. Can you separate out? Oh, this part is light and that part is fire. No, you cannot do that. So you cannot say it is separate. You cannot say also it is not separate because it is it comes in a package and you feel heat is one way and light is another way. Light can be felt from a distance, heat can be felt when you come to closeness. So in one sense it cannot be made that they are all together. It also is proof that it cannot be not together. So that is Dahika Shaktischa Power. So this is the example with the Brahman and the Maya Shakti. You can be separate or not separate. Yes, in one sense it is separate. Brahman does not do anything. So what is done, it is all Maya doing. It is separate. But how can you separate it? Maya Shakti cannot function alone. So these are the two in you can match this example. Yes, sir. So the fire, for example, has two powers. The power to burn and the power to shine. The power to burn is neither identical nor different from the power to shine. You cannot say it is one, the same, neither you cannot say it is not. That means Maya is said that it is and it is not. Maya is and not. That's a Maya Anirvacha. In the Vedanta Sara, they describe much details. Maya's definition. A sat, sannapi, asadnapi. You cannot say Maya is there, Maya is not there. Well, how? Contradictory terms. Well, Maya is there. Yeah, I'm seeing the Maya. I am here. It is all Maya. How can I say Maya is not? Then again, when you realize Brahman, Maya disappears. So Maya is there? Well, no. At the point of illumination, Maya does not exist. But I see it. So what shall I say to define Maya? Maya is there and Maya is not there. Well, why are you telling two totally opposite statements? That's why anirvacha. It cannot be ascertained. It cannot be decided. It cannot be said this is this. It's a fictitious thing. So this is the Maya Shakti.
So in the Holy Mother verse, we say Jatha Agne Dahika Shakti. So she's also manifests Sri Ramakrishna. She's the Prakashika also. So, but why do we emphasize only Jatha Agne Dahika Shakti? Only Holy Mother's aspect. That pranam mantra.
Because it is a Maya Shakti when she is working to release us from bondage. That's why it is Dahika Shakti, destroys all impurities of us. That is the way to explain. It is for our language of the human mind to is an aspect of the Divine Mother. Divine Mother is Jatha Agnir Dahika Shakti as the burning power of the fire. So Ramakrishna is silently working. His burning power is Mother because Mother's grace, Mother's compassion can only release us from bondage. That's why this Shakti is power of burning the ignorance and dullness and callousness that is the eye. Nagyayati katham kutra vidyate dahat. Oh, Nagyayati katham kutra Nagyayati katham kutra vidyate dahata pura vidyate dahata pura karjanu meyasa gya karjanu Meya Sakeya Dahyanena Numitirijata Dahena Numitirijata. Probably this text you can get on your computer itself. So,
In the video description.
in the description, there you can find that these verses, what we are reading, they are available. So, not gayate, it's not known how and from where vidyate exists, dahato pura. Before fire starts burning, it is not known where and how it existed. No? Suppose you take a piece of wood, this is the wood. Where is the fire? Before it starts burning, you don't see the fire here. So, before this burning, as example, before burning, as you don't see the fire anywhere. No gayati katham, how, and kutra, where, vidyate is existing, the fire is existing here. Where is the fire in the table? Which portion is the fire? It's dahoto pura. Unless someone puts into it a flame and then it starts burning, then you say, oh, fire is coming out of this. Huh? So it was, where was it? That, like the same way, karchanumeya, you can understand this by back calculation. I see by its effect, when they put the fire, then you see the fire coming. The fire was somewhere here. So it is to be understood by the karja, an effect. Huh? Someone have some virus problem, no? You do not know. That person does not know. But its symptoms come out. By the seeing the symptom, people say, oh, you are having this problem. No. The problem cannot be seen from outside clearly, but it is there. You can know that when it is effect is manifested. So the Jagat is here. It's a power manifested. It is there. Where was it? Before creation, there is no word like that. There is a song. Mother, where do you get Brahmanda Chilona Jakon Munda Mala Kotha Peli Sadananda Mohikali Mahakale Manmohini. Mahakali is Shiva. You are the enchantress of Maya. That's means Maya Shakti, no? Where were you when there is no creation? Brahmanda, this creation was not there. Then where were you? Where was your garland of skull and your all power? Where was that? That's when hidden. Like as the fire is hidden now in Brahman, similarly the Maya Shakti was hidden in Brahman. To explain this idea, they are bringing this example. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So, no gayate, before fire starts burning, as it is not known where, katro, katham, kutro, where and how it existed, because it is inferred by her action. When we see that burning ability, it was hidden here. Therefore, she should therefore be inferred as an entity only by her act of burning. So, Maya is there, it can be understood because of this creation and this dance going on, its miseries, happiness, our anxieties, worries, birth, death, crisis. What is seeing this effect, one can understand that that is the glory of that. 32. Muni-mantradi-yogena Muni-mantradi-yogena Ruddhatena prakashate Madhatena prakashate Shashaktir analad bhinna Shashaktir analad bhinna Rodhanana hitishtati Rodhanat nahi tishtati Rodhanat nahi tishtati Mani mantradi yogena Mani mantradi yogena Ruddhate na prakashate Ruddhate na prakashate Shashaktir analat bhinna Shashakti analat bhinna Rodhanat nahi tishtati Rodhanat nahi tishtati. What it means? Moni and mantra. Moni means the jewel, and mantra means incantation of mantras. Yoga, by the combination of this, ruddhati, obstructed, not prakasati. There are mantras, the fire may be there. Huh? Probably some people know those mantras, what to chant, how to do that. You can stop burning fire. You put your hand, you don't feel the heat. And money, I do not know that actually how it does. Let me see. এই যে money and mantra yoga, when with the power of incantation, some chanting, some mantra, there is a power of mantra. So we find that someone is putting the finger, his finger is not burning. So it is the power of mantra. You can obstruct the power of manifestation of burning power. So as you cannot understand its existence, then you can understand it is different from the fire.
Can you clarify that?
অতএব আশ্রয়ের মন কার্য স্ফুট হইতে দেখে give me another example, because you can separate out sometimes by money and mantra yoga. We do not know, there are some process, probably some chanting mantra or some stones or something. You use it like mica, no? When you use the mica, what happens with the mica?
Holika actually had that cloth you put it, and then when there was fire, she didn't actually burn herself.
Yeah.
And then it falls on the
Ground.
It falls on the kid, and then the kid gets saved and she gets burned. So there is that.
Actually, there is a.
She had a goal of not being burned, but then to show Vishnu's power and chanting of the name. Prahlad took the name of Lord Vishnu, and he believed in it. And his father, Hiranyakashipu, to kill this child, used his sister to put him on his lap, blaze the fire up, thinking that he will be burned and she will be saved because she got a boon not to be burned in fire. But by Bhagwan's grace, she got burned. The child was saved. To show his power, God's grace.
Actually, there is the thing is that money, mantra, and Okshadhi. These three things are working together. Or not always money means the gems. Money means the Manipura chakra. That one is that money. Then that Vaishyanara fire is there. And mantra is that you are saying that for chanting kind of thing. And Okshadhi is that your plant, and from there you are getting. So this kind of thing, they say like that, you have three types of suffering from this creation. Adhyatmic, Adhidevik, and Adhibhautik. These three types of. So one, like that Adhyatmic, that one is stopped by mantra. And Oshadhi, that one the medical part, that one stops the Adhibhautik part, the physical. And Mani Mantra Oshadhi, and Mani is a thing, it is done by yoga. So these three kind of thing, that prayer, Ayurveda and yoga is Adhyatmik, Adhibhutik, Adhidoyik. So
That's
how
a
we
different
do it.
idea, but here they are saying, example is that Mani Mantra Yogi, you can Ruddhate, this Agni, the fire, burning power, you get it.
Yeah,
The
these
fire
three
is
kind
there,
of
but you don't feel it. That arresting proves that they are two different. A example is here how to understand the fire and the burning. We are saying you cannot separate. You cannot say it is separate. You cannot say it is one. That's why it is said anirvachaniyo, inexpressible. So the emphasis is here. This is just a statement. By using money and mantra, or whatever may be the meaning of that money mantra, you can do it. The burning power can be stopped or held in abeyance. Who uses this money and mantra? It proves that it is separate from the fire.
So is that burning power, the three types of burning, Adhyatmik?
Forget that. That is not the consideration here.
Burning is
Just a
what?
fire. Just a fire. They think of the raw fire. What is the fire?
Is the word money?
Uh,
M-U, like money?
now, money is the money gem.
Oh, it's money.
Madhano.
Not
Murdhana.
our money, the rishis.
No, muni is muni. Anyhow, here is the idea we have to correct with the verse number 38, 31, the other verse. Before the fire starts burning, it is known where it is there. We read that. Because is inferred by her action. Afterwards, we see it is burning, and should therefore inferred only by her act of burning. Now they say the fire can be obstructed and made not to burn with the help of some precious stone, some incantation, etc. That power to burn is different from the fire, as its burning nature does not exist when obstructed. That means they are saying how to prove that they are two separate things. You can do for fire, there is giving an example. Yes, for the case of fire, you can do that. But for the Brahman, Brahman is always consciousness. You cannot stop that consciousness anytime. In fire example, there is a partial example. So 33 verses, the 32 verse what we read together, Mani Mantra Adi Yogena, its meaning is that the fire which is burning can be obstructed and made not to burn. Fire will be there, but it will not burn. With the help, by how we can do? With the help Mani Mantra Adi Yogena, precious stones, incantations, etc. That power to burn, that power to burning power, is different from the fire. Now we can, as a result, you can say fire is one thing and burning power is another thing. It's different from the fire, as the burning nature does not exist when it gets obstructed. Now 33 verse says, but for Brahman it is not to be applied. He is giving, though mostly it cannot be separated out. As I said, fire is here, burning power is here. We cannot separate out like that. That's why we cannot say it is separate. We cannot say it is not separate. This is anirvachaniya. One definition. But some people may put question, yes, by Mani Mantra Yoga, this fire, burning power can be arrested for the time being. But that is not for the Atman. Next verse to be connected. 33 verse says, Nodeti pavakad vinna, Nodeti pavakad vinna, Tato avinneti mannate, Tato avinna iti mannate, Na anale vartate sacha, Na anale vartate sacha, Nakarje sputake tatha, Nakarje sputake tatha. As the burning power does not arise other than from the fire, Burning power always in the fire. There is no fire, there is no burning. As we see that burning power, it does not arise other than from fire. That means where there is fire, there is a burning power. It is considered to be not different from the fire. That's why we say it is, you cannot separate out. So where is fire, there is burning power. This power is perceived neither in the fire nor in its action, that is, in its manifestation as blister. This power is perceived, this part no, this power is perceived neither in the fire, the power of burning, this power of burning is neither in the fire nor in its action as blister. That's why it is called Anirvacha. That is called Anirvacha. That's why Maya cannot be determined. Main is that to understand, you cannot say it is one with fire, you cannot say it is separate from fire. Then two contradictory words, then what is this? It is indeterminable. We cannot determine. Maya cannot be determined. When you are ignorant, it is there. When you get illumination, it vanishes. It is vanishes or it is there. So what will be the right thing then? If you have to understand, it is not to be determined. So Maya cannot be determined. Maya is. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, Maya is a statement of fact. A fact. You are sitting there, I am talking. A fact. It is not existing or existing. Yes, it exists, so long I am ignorant. It is going on all through my life. But those people who have got illumination, for them, this Maya does not play any role there. So Anirvacha, Adbhuta Chaiva. I have to put in, na? We didn't see. Anirvacha Adbhuta Chaiva, Anirvacha Adbhuta Chaiva, Maya Shakti Tathe Shatam, Maya Shakti Tathe Shatam. या शक्तिर्न अनलाद भिन्ना या शक्तिर्न अनलाद भिन्ना तांग बिना अग्निर्न किंचन तांग बिना अग्निर्न किंचन. Anirvacha means inexpressible, indeterminable. Adbhuta means miracle. Indeterminable or inexpressible. Indeterminable. Adbhuta. It is Adbhut means it is surprising. It is miraculous. Adbhuta Shakti cha eva, surely Maya Shakti, the power of Maya. It is to be tatha ishyatam, that is to be understood. It is to be understood that this Maya Shakti is actually the power of Maya is indeterminable and it is miraculous. You cannot say, you cannot define Maya. That's the point. You can define which is there in truth, which is not there. How can you define? You look at that. Modern science. There every year there new revelation is coming. Last year, what was the truth? Today's science again progressed, and they say, no. This is the another dimension. This is true. So, what is the truth? It cannot be determined. It is changing every moment with the passing of time, with our intelligence, growth of the intelligence, but it cannot be determined. That's why better to say indeterminate, indeterminable. That's why inexpressible, adbhuta, miraculous. Therefore, let the power of Maya be understood as certainly inexpressible and miraculous. The power of fire is not separate from the fire itself. And without that power, fire has no existence at all. If there is no flame-like thing, and there is no heat, So don't call it fire. Suppose by nowadays you can get fake fire like that, no?
LED candle.
LED
You
flame.
see the flame.
So you touch that, there is no heat. It will not burning. So you can do that. And there are now, they don't use in many houses for fake show in December month is coming, in East Coast particularly. They put sometimes to make a show, they purchase some other type of wood-like thing, no? And flame, it looks like flame, but there is no flame. You can put hand, it will not burn. So we don't call that as fire. If there is no burning power, then you don't call it fire. So it is saying, let the power of Maya be understood. Then let us understand what is the power of Maya. But the power of Maya is as inexpressible and it is miraculous. The power of fire is not separate from the fire itself. If the fire is there, power of burning should be there. And without that power, fire has no existence at all. The fire, if you don't see that it is burning, you don't tell it is fire. Therefore, 35 verse. Anala Sarupa Gya, Anala Sarupa Gya, Shakti Prakasha Rupini, Shakti Prakasha Rupini, Chit Shakti Brahmanas Tadvat, Chit Shakti Brahmana Tadvat, Swarupam Brahmana Smitam, Swarupam Brahmana Smitam. Anala Swarupa Agya. The power is the essential nature of the fire and of the nature of effulgence. Power is the essential nature of fire, no? The fire essential nature is the power to burn and the nature of effulgence. So it has fire, burning power and effulgence. Again, they are repeating the same idea. Likewise, it is to be remembered that the power of consciousness belongs to Brahman and is the essential nature of Brahman. So power of consciousness is the power of Brahman, and power of manifestation is the power of Maya. And this manifestation is actually not there, but so long it is there, it appears to be, and it is due to the power of Brahman. Brahma. So, little khotomoto, no? What? Today's reading is little complicated or what? This also Maya.
Maya is complicated. Swamiji would avoid talking about it.
Eh?
Swamiji would always avoid talking about Maya
Swamiji.
because it's what do you say about it? You cannot really assert.
Yeah, Swamiji said you cannot assert in that, right? So we will read another verse and then so Dahika Sadrishi Maya. Now he is linking up the burning power and fire with the Maya and again. Dahika Sadrishi Maya. Dahika Sadrishi Maya. Jara Nasya Vikarini. Jara Nasya Vikarini. Mrishatmika tuya vastu, Mrishatmika tuya vastu, Tannasas tattadrishtita, Tannasa tattadrishtita. Dahika sadrishi Maya jara. Maya is inert. Jara means inert. Nasya, subject to destruction. It will be destroyed. And subject to change. Destruction means when knowledge comes, Maya vanishes. So long dream is there, you see so many things. When the dream, you break, you wake up, dream vanishes. Where is the dream of last night? Vanishes as soon as you wake up. That's why it is called subject to destruction. And subject to change like that of power to burn. It is subject to change. It can burn, it can be more, it can be less burning, etc. That which is essentially unreal nature is but non-existing. No? Whose changing nature, that means it is unreal. Really, what is the definition of real? Real means it was there, it is there, it will be there tomorrow there. Past, present, future, it remains the same. But unreal, that which is unreal, that will always change. Today is one type, tomorrow another, day after tomorrow. So look at our body, our mind, our objects of the world, which is under the Maya. Everything is changing. It is not the same as it was yesterday. It was 2 years before, 10 years before, 20 years before. So it's all change, 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 change. So Bikari, that is subject to change. That which is essentially unreal nature is, but actually that does not exist. If it changes so much, we can say it does not exist. It is an appearance of existence on something like the snake on the rope. Rope is there. All the changes in the snake. Snake was running, snake was biting me, snake strangled my leg. All these words, your imagination. Snake didn't do anything. It was rope, 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 rope. But all the changes has happened in the imagination, Maya. So that's why Maya is unreal. It's not permanent. It appears, but what appears does not mean that is there. Everything appears does not mean that is there. It is everyday's experience. Wherever you look, it is not the, if you see, as you saw, it is not true. We all see through our mind, through our level of understanding. The same thing, 2 people, 20 people look, 20 types of experience they will express. So the essential nature is but non-existing, Maya. Once the truth is experienced, see, Maya gets destroyed. So Maya is Maya so long as we are ignorant. When you all the feeling of fear, in early days people used to have many ghost stories. Dilapidated home, there nobody lives there, old windows, crackling noise, these, that, all meet together. They were thought that the ghost is here. But ghost, 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 now where the ghost go now? The same place, now it has become crowded, more crowded, and people live there.
Maybe it took another birth. No? Maybe it took another birth.
They have been born again. So that means the Brahman is the reality. Again, it is all whatever they are talking to let us understand. Brahman is the reality. Maya is an appearance. Maya is Jara. Maya is not consciousness. It is the power of consciousness manifest through Maya Shakti. And Maya Shakti appears this which is changing, changing, changing. So don't trust on that part. Rather trust on the part of consciousness.
Maharaj, but everything here is changing. So we should not trust anything here.
Yeah, but so long you live in the duality, relative world, as long as I eat, because I have my hunger. Hunger is true for me. So if my hunger is true, so you are hungry, so I should cook food for you or give food for you. That is true. If I say I have no hunger, I have no thirst, I have no sleep, I am beyond all, then yes, this world is gone. But so long I need for myself, my headache is there, my feeling of good, bad is there. So the world exists, Maya exists so long. That's why when one is an illumined person, he sees that it is the same. His Ramakrishna is a mother's play going on. There is no reason and rhyme as we want to always find out what is the reason, why it is happening, what that. There is no reason and rhyme in the play of the divine, play of the Maya. All the movies, if you want to find a reason and rhyme and reason of everything, why this movie, why that, there is no reason and rhyme. Producer thought that this should be a good book, it will hot cake, it will sell more money, I'll be rich. And the artist saw, actors saw, I'll get some money and I like this acting. So he actress's desire is fulfilled, producer's desire is fulfilled, and the people who observe the movies, they are excited seeing that there is observing. So all this makes the movie a success, not failure. Huh?
So as of now, then we should trust the changing Maya.
Yeah, so
as
long.
long as we
No,
are.
and also we can think that is Maya is not non-existent, but it is Brahman appearing to me as Maya. Then it is all everything is correct. I am seeing the table, but it is not table actually. It is Satchidananda in name and form. So if we understand that, then this world is real. In that sense, that's why Swami Brahma, Hari Maharaj, Turiyananda, at the point of death, he said, Brahma Sattva, Jagat Sattva. What is this type of statement? Brahman alone is truth, whole life Jagat Mitha. The world is all false. And then at the point of death, he says Jagat Sattva. Jagat Brahma Rupe Sattva. Jagat is true because in his eyes there is nothing but Brahman. So though he's speaking, little trace of mind is there because some people are standing around. They can understand this world you are seeing. It is true as Brahman, not as Jagat. So that is a different level. Today is what?
Wednesday, 15th.
Fourth, huh? Fifth. And days are all going away,
Fast.
not waiting for us.
Haven't we realized God? Oh, yeah.
Hmm?
And yet we haven't realized God.
True. Thakur used to say, another day is gone, mother. Gone. Eh? And I have not yet realized you. Eh? Okay, so we end this class now. Om Shanti, 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat, Sri Ram Krishna Panamastu. Now we'll have some question answer. But tomorrow is our gospel class. So who is giving that? Sattvamananda. So Swami Sattvamananda ji will be giving the class tomorrow. Gospel class at 7:30. Okay, now the question that if everything done by consciousness and the body-mind complex is like the pot or pan means inert or insentient, then why the different sanskara or different reacting happening? Okay, very good question. If everything, huh?
You will give the gospel class.
I will give the gospel class. Okay, I'll give the gospel. Okay. If everything done by consciousness, as we are hearing, no? No, everything is not done by consciousness. Very point is wrong. Brahman, I said, consciousness does not do anything. It is there. Like a flame is there. It does not do anything. It is not saying, I'll burn you, I'll kill you. It is there. And wherever there is flame, there is some light. So it is there. So the body and mind complex is the like pot or pan. Yes, given the example of pots and pans I have given. Yes, the consciousness, everything is actually done by consciousness. But consciousness hiding himself. See, the police officer is showing his all power on a person who have driving mistake. No, he has the power, but is it his power? If he is not on the duty, his badge is out. What power he has? Or he has resigned from that post, or somebody has put him out. You are, get out. Then what is the power of that person? So power is of the police officer is actually the government power, power of the what is called the total world power, the people entrusted power. That is the all the administration power. So that is channelizing through that person, and that person is powerful. Similarly, when the power is behind, no one sees that power. But the power of that is manifesting through the pots and pans. This robot is pots and pan. It has its brain, it has nervous system, it has digestive system, it has so many lungs, heart, this, that connected. And the mechanism is going on. Huh? How it is functioning? It should have some conscious support from the background. But you cannot say consciousness is doing anything. Consciousness does not do. That's the beauty of Maya. Without doing anything, he does everything. I give the gross example. The sun does not do anything. Does he come? He hit on your head. Hey, get up. He does not do anything. He only it rotates in his own rhythm as it is doing. And you see whole world. You are কি বলে 1 hour ahead, pushing the entire daylight saving and this and that. You are all doing. Sun does not tell you to do anything. Hey, you people do. Oh, more people of America, you do this. You people of Europe, you do this. Does he do anything? But he is controlling us. Similarly, that is the thing. Brahman is not visible. In that sense, he is doing. But in another thing, he does not do anything. Does it make sense, this example? The sun is controlling each and every person, 7.5 billion people. Not only that, every animal, creature, trees, plants. Look at that. All the birds are chirping. They are going to their nest. The sun is coming. The seasonal birds, they are coming in a particular time. Who is dictating them? The sun is dictating. It's cold season, to the hot season, this season, and warm weather, cold weather. Hurry, who is doing that? Who is breaking the glaciers? Who is making the ice? It is all is done by the sun's rotation or distance or whatever you can say. No? All the cloud is created by whom? All the rain comes by whom? He does not do anything. He is there and everything is happening. Brahman is like that. So the body and mind complex is like the pot and pan, insentient. Then why different samskaras come? Samskaras now come where? Samskaras come in your finger. Tip of the finger, your samskaras come? Or it come in your hair? No. It remains in your mind. Mind is a subtle element, and I think it is my mind. My samskaras deposit there. But when I can say, I am not the body, not the mind, where will the samskar gone? Samskar, you know? Samskar is the old impressions. They are called samskar. So all the samskaras are here because I have a mind. If the mind is abolished, then where is the samskara? So, because we are having mind, and that's why we are working, we are thinking this world is real, we are eating, we are sleeping, we are fighting. Look at our life. Where is God? Where is Brahman? Where is non-action, action? These are all talk. In our day-to-day life, when we plunge into the life situation, fighting, contest, competition, this, that, and it is happening in the body and in the mind. And in the mind, they are keeping some impressions. That is the beauty of the mind. Mind does thing. If you do something, you forget, but you don't forget. Mind automatically, there is a recording machine. It has already recorded somewhere, and it is hiding there. You do it second time, it will say, hey, there is the pot. Then it comes out from there. One day, somebody told you something good or bad, and another time he also said that. Then I say, hey, you right, this is the wrong person. You told me in such vulgar way the other day, and now you are talking. How do you know he has told vulgar way or good way? Because it is recorded instantly. There you don't pay, you have to pay any charge, but it automatic recording machine going on. And the reel is infinite reel. You are not to change the reel. The mind God created in such a way, mind records lives after lives after lives, all stored. Eh, in the iCloud, it is in the heart cloud, in the mind cloud. All data is all restored there. And anytime it sucks. I mean, Google search engine brings it out, and then our actions and reactions start. So long we have mind, this will happen. All should be same. Why all is not same? Why all will be same? If it is a creation, that is the Maya in the three gunas. And three gunas will be Sattika quality, Rajasika quality, Tamasika quality. So why it should be same? It should be diverse. And diversity is the nature of creation. Suppose you are an artist, you will be only painting the one painting only whole life. One color only you will paint. Will you not make a shade difference of the shades? And that's called the creation. Creation means many. So you are accepting the creation because we are in the creation. That's why it is not same. Sameness comes when you go back to Brahman. That means the creation is dissolved. When there is no creation, then there is no question of multiplicity, diversity. That's why the Brahmagyanis see the oneness, not we. Because heat or consciousness is same. Heat or consciousness is same, but your cooking is all same. Heat is the same. So don't you have rice pudding, or you don't you have big nice cake, or your rice dal? All are not different. Yes, source is same, but three gunas are many. Three gunas can be billion variety of the a trillion, a zillion varieties. Three gunas can be combination, permutation, and combination in diverse ways. That's why the world is so many diverse. Here is another question. I'm not sure whether it makes sense to ask the question whether Maya has intrinsic qualities and or whether they are different from intrinsic qualities of Brahman. No, as we read today, Maya has no intrinsic qualities of its own. It is the power of Brahman, and that power means three gunas. It is embedded. It is unmanifested, and it's manifested. And that is there comes the little tantra is coming. Yeah. When you talk about creation, in absolute Brahman, there is no creation. This question does not come. But we come down from another level with the Maya Shakti, then creation comes. And there comes the word Maya. What is Maya? Maya is the intrinsic power of Brahman. And Maya is three gunas. Maya cannot stay alone. Today we read. Without Brahman, Maya cannot exist. Maya, to exist Maya, you need Brahman. So Brahman should be substratum. Maya is its manifestation. So they are different from intrinsic quality. Intrinsic quality of Brahman, when you say there is no Maya. Maya, then don't bring the word Maya unless it is creation. Creation means the three gunas. So we are making two things very clear. Brahman and absolute Brahman, there is no creation, there is no world, there is no you, there is no me, there is no time, there is no space. That is the absolute. But when you are talking about Maya, as I see now, it is doing the three things, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, in time, space, and causation. All these are happening. In that, there are manifestation of diversity, but intrinsic power, Maya's power, is to create diversity. That is the power of Maya. But how he does? With the power of Brahman. It is in Brahman. Maya is in Brahman, but Brahman is not in Maya. Why? Because Maya is a limited expression. There is much, huge amount is there, unfathomable reality is there beyond Maya. That is called Brahman. How can I conquer Maya? We have to think of God. We have to think of Brahman and analyze this thing, that whatever I am seeing the play of Maya. And the Maya, that's why you pray in Bhakti, we say, Oh Maya, oh Mother. We don't say Maya. We say, Oh Mother, please don't play anymore. Please take me in your lap. I want to go back home. I was playing with you. So this is the prayer in the devotional path. Analyze as we are reading in this book, Shanti Gita. These are all the play of Maya. It is Jara. See, it is Jara. It is subject to change. It is appearing in time. It will get destroyed in time. In Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is playing in every area. In my body is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. The object I see is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Food is Sattvika food you call, Rajasika food you call, Tamasika food you call. In food it is there. The object you see in the nature, there are beautiful Sattvika things. There are very Rajasika and very Tamasika. All these things are in the creation. You cannot see anything but the three gunas play. That's why guneshu vartante. We are all interacting with gunas. One guna working with another guna. Sattva guna with another guna. So, iti matva, we can be beyond Maya, knowing that I do not do anything. It is Maya playing Maya. Gunas playing with gunas. What am I to do? I am Atma. I am unchangeable. So that type of analysis in Vedantic path, Bhakti path, praying and doing thing, meditation path, thinking of that consciousness in me, I am separate, not separate from that, or in a saguna way or nirguna way, or selfless activity whole day. That is the way to conquer Maya. It is all the lifelong struggle. We will have to continue it. And this study also gives us clarity of understanding that what is this going on.
So from tomorrow we are doing Jai Shri Durga.
Acha, very important point. At least everyone start chanting Jai Shri Durga 10,000 every day. 10,000, how will you do? Yeah, then you have to day and night keep one part of the mind. I'll do. I forgot, I'll do. 10,000 if you do, then 10 days, 10 times 10,000 is how much? 100,000. If we can do 100,000, then we'll almost done one big puja. Elaborate puja. You want to see the elaborate puja? Then we'll go to our balloonmat.org and see what is called elaborate puja. How many things are necessary? How many pujaris are working on that? How many suppliers are giving fruits, candies, mantra, and how many mantras in chanting and these and that. It's hours and hours goes on. So that's a big puja. The auspicious benefit of that you can get if you do 100,000 japa. Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga. Okay? So we all request you to join from tomorrow. Tomorrow is the starting day. Continue for 10 days.
15th.
Up to 15th.
6 to 15th.
And then record that, how much you did in your personal note, and send us. On our website, there is a point.
Count.
Huh?
How do you count?
Oh, you can count by time. One day you sit and see by 10 minutes you do how much, or 1,000 times how long it takes. And then okay. Or you can say, take some tally. Press. Huh? Or you can do by rosary, but that is when you are sitting. But when you are working, you can also repeat the name of Mother.
And what if you cannot make 10,000? For most people, maybe not possible.
No possible. Yeah, only on very difficult because those who have to work,
Yes.
it is very difficult. Even we do not do work, but for us also difficult. So many phone calls will come, so many emails we'll have to write, so many other things will be
The
continuously.
job is different.
Eh?
It's a job, it's different.
Yeah, it is Thakur's work though, but still to emphasize these 10 days, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga. And if you do that, you will feel the joy. Try as much as you can. Yeah. When you can alert your mind, I will not think of anything, but I will not say anything. Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga. Unless it is very essential. Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga.
When you go for a walk, Swami,
Huh?
you do that, right? When you go for a walk.
Yeah, you can do. When you are walking, you can do Jai Sri Durga. Jai
That's
Sri
why you don't like to talk to people now.
Durga.
When
Should
you're
be,
walking.
should be.
That's
That's a good utilization of time.
Not at the time of driving and make accidents.
Don't driving time. Don't do that.
driving, no?
Driving time you can do, but pay attention to driving.
Maharaj, also, if you're operating machines, danger machines,
Ah,
that's important.
no. That time don't do. Be careful for driving. Be careful when you are operating in cooking also. Your flame, your fire. Be careful. But this is mind should continue. That's the one part of the mind. It's a good practice. Then if we can do many, I saw last year at least few people did 100 more than 100,000, 10,000 every day. Or you cannot do 10,000 every day. Okay, you did little less. Tomorrow you make up.
But I know some people what they do, what you say, the time counting. Say if I know that 1 hour I can do, say suppose 1500. I'm just giving you an example. Now I sit for 3 hours. 2 hours I slept. Then I keep my tally like that.
No,
way.
that you have to know. when you are giving the number, you should know what you did. If it is so, it may be true. We are tired and you are doing things, but you tell Ma, I was trying to take your name. What can I do? Your Maya Shakti has put me to sleep. Jai Sri Guru Maharaj Ji ki Jai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.